to call us Nazis. I was in Madison Square Garden. I looked all around. I'm used to the building. There was no stinking Nazis in there. There's no domestic terrorists. You know something? This Robert Kennedy Jr., he's onto something with nutrition. But if you tag team us up as the mega powers, you know, the MAGA powers, there you go.
Yeah.
The MAGA powers, RF Kennedy Jr. and Hulk Hogan, he could get him eating the right food, and I could get all of our kids in shape, brother.
Remember when this dude said this?
Hogan is heard on the tape, which was recorded in 2006, talking about his daughter Brooke, who he accused of sleeping with an African American. I mean, I am a racist to a point. But then, when it comes to nice people and whatever, then says, I mean, I'd rather have her marry an 8-foot-tall worth $100 million, like a basketball player. Guess we're all a little racist.
Because Godfrey certainly does.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan, you kind of disappointed a lot of us, especially as African Americans. Listen, I was a Hulk Hogan fan. You know what really bugs me is, like, especially with our folks, we're always fans of a lot of people who have disappointed us. We gotta stop. We gotta start defunding all these, man. No more black fans for you. We keep putting money in these pockets, and that's why they keep saying whatever they want to say to us, man. Once we start to stop patronizing these people, stop giving them money, man, you won't hear an N-word ever again. They won't even reach the second G. That's guaranteed.
And he has a point. Stop supporting these people who don't give a damn about you.
This morning, new surveillance footage of an armed group of men carrying flags emblazoned with swastikas marching through the streets of Columbus, Ohio. The troubling incident happening Saturday afternoon. Each person dressed head to toe in all black, masks concealing their faces. They shouted vile and racist speech against Jews and people of color.
These groups have not only grown, but have become more emboldened since Donald Trump first took office in 2016. In Columbus, Ohio, it was a sign of the times.
So what do you call this right here? A bunch of nerdy-ass, cowardly-ass white dudes with Nazi flags with masks on. Guys, those are probably your co-workers that are marching with those Nazi flags. Those are probably your neighbors or whatever. I don't know. Some white folks have an amazing ability to compartmentalize. They'll literally watch black athletes on a field or a court, and then at the same time throw hatred in the street. That's some weird ass psychosis that you all have. I don't even understand it. I do not understand it. You start complaining about all these Mexicans are coming in here. What the But you had Taco Tuesday.
A fair and valid point by the comedian. Let's also not forget the hat Melania Trump wore to the inauguration. You know who reposted her outfit? Kim Kardashian. Just throwing it out there.
She was like smooth criminal. You've been hit by smooth criminal. Oh, I love the way Melania Trump was dressed. Oh, she did look like the Hamburglers there. She looked like Kung Lao. Kung Lao from Mortal Kombat. You see Donald Trump tried to kiss her? Her hat almost sliced him the off. Kung Lao wins. Fatality.
Hilarious reference here.
Across the country, Donald Trump made huge inroads with Latino voters. According to NBC exit polls, 55% of Latino men nationwide voted for Trump, a 19-point jump from 2020. Among Latina women like Mireya, an 8-point gain. And while Vice President Harris won a slight majority of the Latino vote overall, Trump increased his support 14 points from the last election. The top issue among Latino voters, like it is for the Alvarez family, the economy, with immigration a distant fourth. Mario and Mireya both crossed the border illegally as teenagers, but became citizens under President Ronald Reagan's amnesty. They see themselves as different from migrants crossing the border today. In what way do you think they're different?
The people that are coming here are the criminals.
Despite having close family members who are undocumented,
Migrant invasion.
they don't believe they'll end up in Trump's crosshairs. When you hear Trump promise mass deportations, do you worry about them?
Yes and no. Because the ones that I know, they're doing good. They're not breaking any laws.
I believe he's going to start deporting all the bad people.
What's the song that's viral on TikTok? I believe it goes, I never thought the leopards would eat my face.
The video of Cubans voting for Trump is not aging well. And now I think they've been rounding them up, sending some of them back. I'm like, damn, Donald's like,
Hey, Donald Trump. Presidente, muy bueno. Muy bueno. Muy bueno. Sorry, people. Hasta luego. Buenos dias. Adios, amigos. See you later. Muy malo. Presidente número uno. Presidente Blanco. No me gusta. Cubanos.
Like Paul Mooney said, you getting your wake-up call. All you are not white. You are not goddamn white. That's a shame. That's a goddamn shame.
Godfrey hits on a point that frustrated myself and so many others. Do y'all not pay attention to this stuff? Do you think he cares if you're a, as they call the situation, bad immigrant or a good immigrant? In what world?
It's not just going to be that. I mean, when Americans see deportations or repatriations happen, they're going to be like, thank you. When they see the border closed, they're going to say, this is what I voted for. When they see peace starting to like break out again around the world, they're going to be like, this is the stability that we were asking for. Daddy's back. And that's what you're going to see.
This was, to be clear, gross from a sitting member of Congress.
Look like I think I'm just gonna vote for Donald Trump, you know, because I feel that Daddy come back and all the is gonna be good. Cause you don't understand that life is good with our daddy home. Yeah, I was getting worried for a long time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, master. I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, now that daddy home, black people gonna have a good time. He make our life real good now.
There's been widespread debate about potential harms from online content. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more. A lot of this is clearly political. The recent elections also feel like a cultural tipping point towards once again prioritizing speech. So we're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms. Why it's been so difficult over the past 4 years when even the US government has pushed for censorship. By going after us and other American companies, it has emboldened other governments to go even further.
Remember this video Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg posted, where he signaled to the right by essentially stating, "Don't worry guys, free speech is back. Please return to our platforms." It was silly, yet.
But a lot of African American creators get blocked. We get shadow banned. We get our taken down. It'll be like community guidelines over some. And a lot of times, you'll block the African American creators, the black creators that are like doing positive shit or some smart shit, some cool shit. You block all that. But the African Americans that are buffooning and acting a goddamn fool, they got millions and millions of followers. You never block them. But all the people that I know, the men and women that are doing the really dope stuff, whether it's historical, whether it's creative musically stuff, making people think and just fly, nothing like too over the top, you block them. There's no explanation. You can't talk to anybody. You try to appeal it, they don't appeal it. But then if there's a white kid that steals something from a black kid, you give them all the numbers. So Zuckerberg, if you're talking about free speech, is this like code word for, yo, white people, do what the you do best? Because I feel like that's a code word for N-word all day. Because they already do that. We might get riddled with N-word.
For more of Godfrey's content, head over to his YouTube page, which can be found at the URL youtube.com/@GodfreyComic. His Facebook at facebook.com/comedian Godfrey, and TikTok under the username Godfrey Podcast. One of the most hilarious dudes out. Throw him a follow.
Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYT Sports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you can follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.